Hi Scorpio, this is your horoscope for April 2017. Thank you for joining me. Now, from the 3rd of April until the 22nd of April, the Sun is in Aries and it conjuncts Uranus, which is also in Aries, and both of them sit in your 6th house. Now, when two planets conjunct, they blend their energies and they come together. The Sun in Aries is very forceful and it's your identity as such. So you're going to feel very forceful around your physical health at the moment. That's really important to you. Your daily routine and improving that. And being in charge of your own life. I really feel like it's important to you to feel like you're on top of things. And that there's some sort of niggling doubt in the background that says you're not really on top of things and you're just pretending. So you overcompensate a little bit. So with Uranus being there as well in Aries, that is very much about I'm doing things the way I think they ought to be done and I'm in charge here, I'm the boss. Okay? So there's a huge focus on self and managing everything around you effectively, and it kind of puts you in your own little bubble. So make sure that you ask for help. You don't have to do everything by yourself. Other people do also have good ideas that they can contribute, and if things become overwhelming, then do ask for help and support. Now, on the 5th of April, Saturn goes retrograde and it stays in retrograde until the 25th of August. Saturn is the chart's head teacher. He makes you examine your life and what's going on. And when it's in retrograde, it's less harsh than it usually would be. And it allows you to kind of review the things that you've decided on in the past. And it allows you to review the structure of things that are in your life now. Okay, it's in your 2nd house, so it will allow you to review your working life and your financial situation very well. And if you tune into that and you just allow yourself to say, okay, things could change here. I could do things differently, or I could be doing something altogether different, or I could work in a different institution, or I could change the nature of my work. Saturn in retrograde will allow you to think those things without immediately freaking out and saying, oh my God, I have to make changes. I can't, I have to take care of the family. And you know, that immediate panic that can come up. So Saturn will help you and will work with you to think about where you want to be in the next year or the next 5 years, and to gently start to implement changes which will help you get there. On the 9th of April, we have Mercury going retrograde, and that stays in retrograde until the 3rd of May. Mercury is the communication planet. That is in Taurus, so it's more bogged down than it usually would want to be anyway. And Mercury retrograde is associated with misunderstandings, miscommunications, computer systems going down, phones not working, all of that communication stuff really being stifled and difficult. In your case, particularly when it comes to your relationships with other people, friends, family, lovers, there is more room for misunderstanding. Because you're usually quite on point when it comes to other people and what they need and what they desire, and you may misread that. You may not get it right all the time. Because with all of the energy going on in your 1st house, you are more focused on the self than you usually would be. Now, on the 11th of April, the full moon happens in Libra, and this is really wonderful. It's in your 12th house, and it sits on top of the good luck planet Jupiter, which is also in Libra. So this is a wonderful day of really feeling at peace again, feeling like you can connect with other people, like you don't need to overcompensate for some sort of inner failing that you feel is gnawing away at you. For you this month, Scorpio, sharing is super, super important, and really talking to people about how you feel and how you genuinely, truthfully feel. And not to put on this facade and say, I'm in charge, I'm on top of everything, everything's going to be okay, don't worry, I can handle it. Because you can't handle everything. No one can. Every one of us, we all need support and we all need help. And this full moon will bring you back to that place and will give you an understanding of that. I'll make a separate video on the full moon and the new moon, because there's always a lot going on during these periods, so check those out. But for you specifically, it has that soothing effect on you in connection with others. On the 15th of April, Venus goes direct. And this is really good news because Venus is the planet of love and beauty, and it's been in retrograde since the 4th of March, and it goes direct on the 15th of April, and it's been in your 5th house of romantic relationships. So Venus has caused some problems for you, and in terms of your love life, things get much, much, much better now from the 15th of April onwards. The last 2 weeks of the month are much better for you relationship and romantic wise than they have been over the last 2 months really. So the energy in Aries has been pulling you away from other people. Venus in retrograde has made it more difficult. So now from the 15th of April onwards, you'll start to see that your relationships start to function again, and you can enjoy them again, and they work in the way that they usually do. It must have been quite unusual for you in the last 2 months to feel this kind of on your own with everything. On the 20th of April until the 28th of September, we've got Pluto going into retrograde. So as you can see, everything is just going retrograde this month. And Pluto is an outer planet, and it's about transformation and rebirth. It's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's about inner illumination. And if you think about it in a different way, it can be seen as the hermit in the tarot. It's about having this lantern and shining it within, and having the penny drop and understanding certain things about yourself. And it occurs in your 3rd house, it's in Capricorn, and what you'll understand is certain things about your career, your work, what decisions you've made in the past. Remember Saturn in retrograde as well in your 2nd house, and where you want to be in future. And I really think you start to alter and you become a little less rigid in your thinking when it comes to the way you earn your money. So this Pluto retrograde lasts for a long time, and it also supports you in making decisions for the future about your working life, about your career, about your finances. On the 26th of April, we have the new moon in Taurus, and hallelujah, thank goodness. This is now a real blessing for you here. We're nowhere near your birthday, but this is a very, very early birthday present for you, okay? Because this is pulling Taurus energy. Taurus is ruled by Venus, goddess of love and beauty. So it's pulling in Taurus energy into your 7th house of love and romance. Okay, so you're making up now for the last 2 months, because relationships start to get really, really good again, and we're going to the other extreme now, whereas things were quite negative and difficult, and they're going to be very passionate and positive and really good now from the 26th of April onwards. So there you go. It's better from the 15th of April onwards with Venus going direct. 26th of April is a real moment in time that's really beautiful and blissful when it comes to your romantic relationships. But depending also on the time zone, so let's say 25th, 26th, and 27th, depending on where you are, that's really when those 3 days are the best days for you romantically in this month. But also, the new moon pulls energy in to start its new monthly cycle. So after the new moon, that Taurus energy is going to be used up. So the end of April and going into May here looks much better for you when it comes to your love life. So I hope that gives you an idea of what you'll be working with in April. If you would like a private reading with me based on your birth chart, which I can draw up using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth, then please get in touch with me via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to this channel, and I'll speak to you next month.